There is a ghost in Ventersdorp, and the DA are haunted by toilets. Yes, this is Zille News. So let's get it on. ANC Secretary General Gwede Mantashe has told the unions to get back to basics. He gave the South African Democratic Teachers Union a thorough dressing down at their Congress, saying that revolutionary forces in education were in disarray. So, is it back to school for members of the Teachers Union? Mr. Mantashe?
No, Tim. The teachers claim to be part of the revolutionary trade union movement, but they haven't the will to educate the black child.
So, you are saying, like Mrs. Zilla, that the teachers are holding the children hostage, Mr. Mantashe?
No, Tim. Not at all. They are using the children as cannon fodder in the bargaining process. During the strike, the white children continue to learn.
Excuse, but you is talking rubbish, Mr. Montoshi.
You are selling out the teachers.
This one, Tim, he has the children in the Model C school. His children continue to learn why he was on strike. Does he know what hypocrisy is? No. I don't think so. I don't think any of them do.
Hypocrisy? Oh, that in Greece? I'm a mathematics teacher. I'm not teaching geography.
The squabble over the open toilets in Khayelitsha continues to haunt Helen Zille and is set to follow the DA on next year's local elections campaign trial.
No, not the toilets again. Please, no.
We are not going away, Mrs. Zilla.
No, please, I beg you. Please, this is nothing but...
We cannot be flushed down the drain, Mrs. Zilla.
It's just that the ANC using the Human Rights Commission...
It's a floater, Mrs. Zilla. A floater.
to dump on us.
Floater.
What? Phew. Well, what an awful dream. Patricia? Yes, look, I know it's late, but look, yes, it was a lovely dinner, thank you. I enjoyed myself immensely, but what on earth did you put in that babuti? I've been having the most terrible visions, you know.
And them to die, to sleep, and so on.
Oh no.
What? Ganti. What?
I would walk 500 more.
And I would walk 500 miles.
And I would walk 500 more.
COSATU General Secretary Zuma has warned that unless corruption is halted, South Africa will become like Nigeria under its former dictator, Sani Abacha. The ANC, he says, must be strong and not an army of praise singers.
Here is Julius Malema, the mighty lion of the revolution. He was nationalizing the mines. He was making a fikila on the balula. He who is drinking the fine whiskies. He who is... what else? What else are you doing?
I am keeping alive the spirit of the ANC and ensuring that the liberation movement will always lead the people of South Africa.
Yeah, okay, what about this? He would become a entrepreneur and get the billions for doing fuck all.
No, comrade. How?
What is it with you?
Oh, what about this? He was very possibly been thrown out of the party for being the greedy piggy, the hyena drowning in the river of wine. Halala!
I will be reporting you to the Lutuli house. Agent, you are singing very flat.
I can go higher. He who is very risky. He who is drinking whiskey, getting bloody tipsy all the day, even drunk sometimes. Halala, Julius!
The Democratic Alliance has taken exception to Defense Minister Lindiwe Sisulu's decision to classify details of President Jacob Zuma's flights aboard a military executive jet.
Tim, we have to ask ourselves, what is all the secrecy about? This sort of information has always been available to Parliament in the past.
So you suspect there is a cover-up of sorts here, Mrs. Zille?
Well, yes, Tim, exactly. But the point is, what is actually being covered up remains a mystery. Because the fact of the matter is, thanks to the internet, we know exactly where this plane has been flying.
So you are saying the state secret is, in fact, public knowledge?
Exactly. So why all the secrecy?
You two, please could you stop that? Aviation regulations stipulate that all passengers must be in their seats for takeoff and landing. Oh, for heaven's sake! We've been circling the airport for 3 hours now. Why in the name of God can't you just finish it off so we can bloody land? Oh, I give up.
Playboy magazine is coming back to South Africa. A wholly new local version of the famous international men's magazine is to be launched in April next year.
Yes.
Doing some research, I see, Mr. Malema.
Yes, team. These journalists, they will try everything, even putting the words and undermining articles next to...
This one! Whew, this one, yeah!
How?
This is for the media tribunal, this one. We must put the media tribunal on top of her.
No, comrade. She is a revolutionary, this one.
A revolutionary?
Yes, comrade. She has sacrificed all her clothing for the poor.
Enjoying the articles, Mr. Malema? Isn't that what everybody says about Playboy?
Don't be a bloody rubbish agent, team. We are looking at the pictures.
Yes, looking very hard.
Because we are nationalizing the mines.
Whatever.
But comrade, you are looking harder than me, eh? Comrade, take this magazine, go to the bathroom and join the one-arm struggle. Otherwise, you are just going to be full of nonsense.
Finally, President Jacob Zuma is back at work after taking a short break from his hectic schedule. Batteries all recharged then, Mr. President? Raring to go?
Yes, Tim. I suppose so.
You don't seem so sure, Mr. President. Still wish you were on leave, lazing around in Nkandla, doing a sport of fishing maybe?
Ah, Tim, that would have been very, very nice. But, you know how it is.
No, what do you mean?
You know, with the women, the wife number one, she had a list this long for all the things from Sholozi to do.
A list?
Yes, Tim. There is the grass that needs the cutting, the cows that need the dipping for the tsetse flies, and then wife number two is wanting to go shopping.
I understand, Mr. President.
And wife number three is fighting with wife number two because she must also go shopping. And then at night, they are all wanting
We get it, Mr. President.
They come in the bedroom of Msholozi for
Thank you, Mr. President.
Ish. I think I'm needing a holiday from my holiday, Tim.
Happy birthday, Desmond.
And don't forget, happy retirement, eh?
It's been now how long?
Well, too long to count, Dada.
So, what made you decide to call it quits?
Oh, you of all people should know, the wheel of time turns, but at some point you need to rest and, put on a spare tire.
Ah, yes, too true, Desmond. What would you say is the most important thing you have learned in all your wise years?
Well, Dada, the most important thing I've learned is that I am still learning.
How wise again, Desmond. Oh, I almost forgot. I got you a present here.
Oh, that's so kind of you, Dada. What is it?
Don't! Shake it. It's a handcrafted glass sculpture of the nativity scene I got in Israel.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry, Dada.
Not to worry. I got you another present.
Oh, what is it?
Open it.
Very funny, Dada, very funny.
I know you too well, Desmond.
People with glass shouldn't throw stones.
Bloody agent.
Former President Thabo Mbeki has launched his foundation to sustain the goals of the African Renaissance.
Hello, Tim, and good evening, viewers. Yes, it seems that Mr. Mbeki has lost nothing of his passionate dream to make this, the 21st century, the African century. Mr. Mbeki, sir, congratulations on the launch of the foundation. How do you propose to realize this foundation's goals, sir?
We must do everything we can to contribute to the realization of the dream of the African masses and so on. That everything would be done with them acting as makers rather than objects of history to achieve this and so on, which is the central task of the foundation we have launched and so on and stuff like that. And I trust that all of us will work as one to realize the historic aspirations of the peoples of Africa and so on. And of course, there is the responsibility of the African leaders to work together with the masses and not to see themselves as liberators of the people and so on and stuff like that. On that point, Mahindra, could we find out from Mr. Mbeki why he never comments on the ANC leadership in this country? Mahindra! Mahindra!
Huh? Where am I? Oh, it's you, Mr. Mbeki. Oh, what are you doing back at the SABC? Has Snooky Zinkalana given you permission to be here?
Okay, moving on. The Deputy Minister of Police, Fikile Mbalula, says he was misinterpreted when he described a 20,000 rand donation to an education trust set up by Kwaito star Chomi as small change.
Yes, team. It was these bloody journalists who were taking Comrade Mbalula's words and making a meal of it.
I gather you also gave 20,000 rands, Mr. Malema?
Yes, team. It was a very big sacrifice.
Come now, Mr. Malema. That's less than a tenth of what your wristwatch cost.
Silence!
I beg your pardon?
Don't you know of our silence campaign to help the matric learners?
But, Mr. Malema, what does that...
We are calling on the matrics to stop the parties and the communities to have the quiet time every night so the matrics can study.
Mr. Malema, you could easily have donated more to this education trust, not so?
Shh! Keep quiet, you bloody agent. There are people who are learning here.
Barely 2 weeks after the DA-led city of Cape Town accepted a Golden Key Award for openness and transparency from the Human Rights Commission, the party is now accusing the commission of being a political hit squad. Mrs. Zille?
No, not again.
Mrs. Zilla, we're never going to leave you alone.
No, please. Why is it that you're being used by the NC to hound me like this?
Mrs. Zilla, this business is never going to be flushed away.
It was all worked out with the community, please. This toilet issue really wasn't an issue.
Poor Mrs. Zilla. But it is an issue. It's a floater.
This is all so completely illogical. Please.
Oh, poor Mrs. Zilla. Mrs. Zilla. Mrs. Zilla.
Mrs. Zille? Mrs. Zille? Back with us, Miss Zilla.
My apologies, Tim. Too many late nights working with Patricia, but there was this terrible dream. Something to do with this golden toilet seat and floaters and poo and something.
To the Commonwealth Games in India, where South Africa's swimmers have done the nation proud, picking up a host of medals. But their success has raised questions about a shameful lack of corporate sponsorship.
Achtem corporate wat se goed.
Sponsorship, coach. Sponsorship. From corporations who pour millions into soccer, rugby, and cricket, but won't give the time of day to other sporting codes.
You mean like Mr. Price or Edgar's or something like that?
Exactly.
Yes, Tim, are you making bloody jokes again, yay? I mean, those are bloody clothing retailers, Any people knows any bloody thing about swimming, the guys take their clothes off when they race, man. I mean, what kind of a message is that when they won't even wear the sponsor's clothing?
But coach,
No, but nothing. Flippin' Mursa hell, These guys don't need money. They don't even need to bath, After a match, they somewhere been in the pool already, Just have a bit of a scrub, that's it.
Look at all these newspapers quoting you, Dada.
What are they saying I said this time?
Well, it is from your new book, Conversations with Myself.
It's hardly new, Desmond. It is a collection of letters and memoirs, all very personal and heartfelt things from my past.
Well, I think it's good you published it, Dada, just to show people what is in your heart.
Yes, Desmond. As I said in the book, I don't want people to idolize me, but to say that I'm also just a human being.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean.
I see people are writing about you too.
Who?
There's a BBC people on the internet. People are telling stories of when they met you and how you changed their lives.
Interesting. Tada, I wonder if there is a place we can go, where we can be alone, where no one knows us, a place completely cut off from the rest of the world.
I think I know just the place.
I am here in North Korea, where the dictator Kim Jong-il's son, Bday, has just made his first public appearance.
China has attacked other countries for supporting the awarding of the Nobel Peace Prize to dissident Liu Xiaobo. Beijing has warned that it will not tolerate those states that meddle in its affairs by making an issue of the award.
Yes, Tim, it is very premature of these countries to be congratulating this Mr. Showboat for his prize.
You mean Mr. Liu, Mr. President?
Sorry, Tim, but
it is very difficult to tell these Chinese apart.
I gather then that we won't be extending our congratulations to Mr. Liu anytime soon, Mr. President?
Maybe. But then again, maybe not.
Under pressure from the Chinese, Mr. President?
Gosh, Tim, but you are full of all the questions today. Are you trying to ask all of them before there is the media tribunal?
So we are not going to identify ourselves with Mr. Liu's struggle for the rights of his oppressed countrymen? The same sort of struggle that made Mr. Mandela a Nobel laureate as well.
But this Mr. Liu, he is a criminal. He is in the jail.
But Mr. Mandela was also imprisoned, sir.
But only once. This Mr. Liu, Tim, he is a repeat offender. He is not learning his lesson.
Okay. Moving on. Teachers want more days off for sick leave and to get involved in union work.
Yes, Tim. The COSATU-affiliated teachers in the Eastern Cape have made a demand that government review their leave measures so they may have more sick leave.
These very same teachers whose pupils consistently fail their matric? Last year there was only a 50% pass rate.
Well, it seems that this proposal has the support of the other provinces as well.
Excuse me, Tim, but this is utter nonsense.
It is, Mrs. Zille.
Yes, Tim. Currently, the teachers get 21 days paid leave a year, plus 12 days sick leave. That excludes all the school holidays. So how many days is that?
Let's see.
You see, Tim, apparently Mr. Vavi here should go back to school because he's not too good with sums. It's just too complicated for him to add up all the days these teachers want to do nothing but laze around.
Do you know how many days that is, Mrs. Zille?
Yes, Tim, too many.
In the meantime, Mrs. Zille, you want teaching to be declared an essential service by government?
Yes, Tim. It should be illegal for teachers to strike. We want all card-carrying members of the teachers' union to terminate their membership.
Never. That is a criminal suggestion.
Well, it's criminal that this union cares so little for education.
This woman is a hyena, Tim.
Oh, please, you can't even spell hyena, can you, Mr. Vavi?
Hyena. Z-I-L-L-E. Hyena. There.
Oh, fantastic. What a comedian you are. Trevor Noah, eat your heart out. I think MTN needs a new CEO.
A brand and reputation analysis company has calculated that the celebrity Twitter traffic cop spy, Pig Spotter, earned himself more than 600,000 rand in publicity in 1 week alone.
Hey, Tubbs, check this out here. 615,918 bloody runs.
Where?
Now, man, that's what this bloody Pig Spotter guy is earning for the publicity in one flippin' week.
No, that can't be true. That much.
It's true, Bob. Says out here in the paper.
How? You know what they say about stuff in the newspaper?
Yeah. But that's only when they write cock about the ANC and the government and stuff like that. Otherwise, it's all true.
So, this pig spotter, he makes a tweet and then makes all this money?
Yeah, he's got all these followers, you see, Tubbs. Like 20,000 or something.
Just like that, he makes a tweet of us and 600,000, just like that?
Just like that. He makes a bloody tweet of us.
You know, there's this one, I think he owes us a lot of money. Big interest and...
Yeah, wait till we get our hands on him, Gonna charge him for criminal injury.
You mean criminal injury?
Yeah, that too.
The Sharks meet the Blue Bulls in a Currie Cup showdown this weekend. But down in Durban, the KwaZulu-Natal Rugby Union have another battle on their hands. They have been accused of racism due to their slow pace of transformation.
Man. It's cock excuses, Tim, Because Bucky's at Victor and the guys is going to move those sharkies into bloody sardines, man, I'm telling you.
Coach, this is apparently a very serious matter.
So he's getting blocksome by Bucky's. That's not a laughing joke, I tell you, especially when he uses his head.
Well, it seems that the Revenue Services and the Department of Labor are investigating the union for non-compliance with regard to legislation.
They should
investigate them for bloody Tutus and ballerina business.
Still fierce rivalry between the two teams, hey, coach?
Yeah, Tim, us Bull supporters, I can tell you, we hate the Sharks guys on sight.
You do?
Yeah, it saves time. You get it? Yeah, you don't get
I
it.
see.
You don't get it. No.
I see, coach.
I can tell you another thing, Tim. Those Sharks are going to be sleeping with the fishes very soon.
Why are we doing this? Because here we can. From me and the team, it's hamburger. Goodbye and futsek.
It's